Imagine waking up tomorrow with no money, no bank account, no job, no backup plan. Sounds impossible, right? One man actually did it for 10 years. In a world controlled by money, one man decided to walk away from it completely. Not because he had to, but because he wanted to prove something. His name was Daniel Suelo.
There's so many reasons for living without money. For spiritual reasons, for political reasons, health reasons, like mental and physical health. And because for me, it's the funnest way of living also.
In 2000, he left his last $30 in a phone booth and vanished into the Utah canyons. He believed money was controlling people's lives, deciding who eats, who lives where, who gets to be valuable. So he asked one question: what happens if I remove it completely? Not for a weekend, not as a stunt, as a life. He called it a spiritual experiment in trust. No money means no food, unless you grow it or find it. No house, unless you build it or borrow the earth's. No comfort, unless you create it.
You could say everything is a product of somebody who used money. The air I'm breathing was in the lungs of someone else who used money. And this lifestyle is not about being self-sufficient. It's about realizing our dependence on all of life, on the work of everyone else. All of us are dependent on the work of the sun. None of us can pay the sun back. So I would say to those who use money, you are taking things that you did not work for and you are selling them as if they're your own.
He foraged wild plants, slept in caves, bathed in rivers. In winter, he nearly froze. He learned the difference between hunger and starvation. At first, it was brutal. Hunger, isolation, doubt. The body screams when the safety net vanishes. Most people would quit in days. He almost did. Nights in a cave, stomach empty, wondering if philosophy is worth frostbite. But the desert doesn't negotiate. You adapt or you leave. But something unexpected happened. Around year 3, the panic stopped. He became free. Not free from hardship, free from the fear of hardship. He wasn't surviving anymore. He was living. He bartered skills.
And we all create this illusion like we're self-sufficient, like I did this myself. None of us created that sunlight that's causing all of us to function. And this is about opening our eyes to realize that we're all dependent on each other. I'm dependent on your work, you're dependent on my work. And if you want to put money in the equation, that makes no difference.
After a decade, he emerged with one lesson. Freedom isn't about how much you have. It's about how little you need. Money isn't evil, but dependence on it, that's a cage. He proved you can live with $0, but not 0 relationships, not 0 skills, not 0 trust. The real currency was always people and the planet.
The moneyless world in the future. Well, again, I would say it's not. None of us can predict the future. We spend our lives working for a future, which is why I like the idea of working with what already exists, finding the moneyless world already here. Like whenever we deal with our family or friends, we're constantly doing things for each other, expecting nothing in return. It's just our natural state. And we have to cultivate that. Just look around. Like all of nature works without money. And how does it do it? And the universe is infinite. And we think our little money system is the whole universe, but it's just a little tiny speck bubble that's only been for a speck of time. in eternity. And we think it's the whole big, huge universe. If you erase money and just look at the reality, then you see how nature really functions.